Hi, everybody, and welcome to the last night of this whole entire week of Tehillim for Eretz Yisrael. I'm Ortziri from InKredible Kids podcast, and I'm here live from my podcast studio in Baltimore. And who here is from Baltimore? Lots of people. Okay, so welcome everybody. So far we have almost 400 families joining, and always within the first few minutes we have more and more and more. So it's such an unbelievable zechus to be with all of you. For people who know me and who know InKredible Kids, Thursdays are a very, very important day. And that's because that is the day when we release a new episode of our podcast every other Thursday. Sometimes every Thursday, maybe before Yantif, but usually every other Thursday. So if you haven't yet heard the new episode, we released a very, very special episode starring a girl named Mayan who lives in Israel, who talks about chesed and achdos happening in Israel right now. So check it out at InKredibleKids.org. What do you have to know about InKredible Kids, though? How do you spell it? How do you spell it? Let me hear you. Can you tell me, Menuchan Sarmalka? With a K, that's right. So make sure to check that out. Okay, and now we are going to introduce the program. So every night, if you're new here, you'll learn very quickly that every night, our kids right here, all of you InKredible Kids and families, parents are invited as well, grandparents are invited. You are here to say Tehillim, but we start off every night with a little bit of inspiration, something to inspire us during this time, to remind us that things are not the way they are how they're supposed to be, because that's how Hashem wants it. But things are not so easy right now for Jews all over the world, and particularly in Eretz Yisrael. And so we want somebody to come on each night to give us a little bit of something to hold on to. And then when we say Tehillim, we say it with a full heart. So make sure to have a Tehillim nearby for afterwards. Today we have Meir Rappaport joining us for Tehillim, but we have a special guest named Rabbi Yossi Bensoussan. I was going to say Rabbi Ari and Rabbi Yossi are brothers. They have a podcast that together that I listen to sometimes. And I asked Rabbi Yossi from Cleveland if he can come on and share with us whatever's on his mind and talk to all of us, Hashem's children, together. So I'm going to introduce Rabbi Yossi Bensoussan, and I would like to say that this inspiration and Tehillim has been dedicated by Helene Shear for the protection from Hashem for Notev ben Ayala Moria and Yarin Chai ben Ayala Moria. So let's all have them in mind, along with all of the Chayalim and all of the Yidden all over the world. Okay, so Rabbi Yossi, you're on.
Hello, everybody. You guys caught me, mamash, in the middle of carpool. My kids are going to be so sad because we got delayed. I was supposed to be at home with them right now, and they're all supposed to be on with me, but I think they might be on watching. So, hey, guys, if you are.
Oh, man, we would have loved to meet them.
Well, yeah, I don't know. No, yeah, Baruch Hashem. So, you know, I think one of the major things that we need to understand is how Klal Yisrael does what it does. See, everybody knows to say Tehillim. Everybody knows how important it is to say Tehillim. Everybody knows that the words of Tehillim, that David HaMelech wrote Tehillim, and the words of Tehillim are so strong. They go straight up to Shemayim. What a lot of people don't know is two very important things. Number one, why is Tehillim so strong? Why does Tehillim have such a strong power? Yonatan, do you know? See? A lot of people don't know. Yonatan does know. He's just, Yonatan's a very big honor. Who are you, by the way? Did I drop you off already at your house? I don't know who this kid is. He just walked into my car from, I don't know. But so why does Tehillim have such an incredible power? Tehillim has such an incredible power because David HaMelech wrote Tehillim while, a good portion of Tehillim, while he was running for his life, when he was so scared, when he was so afraid, when he didn't know what was happening and he wasn't sure what was going to happen to him and he wasn't sure what was going on. He was so scared. He was so afraid. And that's when he wrote Tehillim. And that's why Tehillim that's one of the reasons why Tehillim has such a special power to it. Because when we call out to Hashem, when we're afraid, when we're scared, when we're worried, when we call out to Hashem, then our tefillos have a very special power. Therefore, we use Tehillim. But there's something a lot of people don't know. Kinderlach out there, I'm sure you guys know this. Maybe the adults don't know, but I'm sure the Kinderlach out there know this. If I were to buy a Tehillim and I were to put it into a picture frame and I were to hang it on the wall of my house, is that how I'm supposed to use a Tehillim? I don't think so. Let me hear you guys say, is that how I'm supposed to use my Tehillim? Absolutely not. That is not how we use a Tehillim. How do we use a Tehillim? If Tehillim is so special, then I should just be able to buy one and that's it, and turn it on. Maybe it should have an on button, like an air conditioner. Or, you understand what else has an on button? No, an oven. I don't know, microwave. Maybe if it was able to do something on its own, all I would have to do is buy a Tehillim and push the on button. There's something very important that people forget about the kavanah we're supposed to have when we say Tehillim. And that kavanah is not just that I'm saying Tehillim, not just that I'm saying Tehillim for the Yeshuas of Klal Yisrael, to make sure that everyone's safe, to make sure everyone's healthy, and to make sure everyone's b'simcha, but very, very important. When someone asks you to say Tehillim, realize they're not asking someone to say Tehillim. They're asking you to say Tehillim. Because what happens is, and the reason why Tehillim is so special, is because it's us who's saying it. It's the Kinderlach, it's Klal Yisrael who's saying the Tehillim. When Klal Yisrael, when all the individual neshamot, when all the individual neshamas of Klal Yisrael, especially the beautiful, pure neshamas of a child, says Tehillim, that's what gives Tehillim its real power. That's the secret power of Tehillim. It's not the Tehillim, it's you guys. You guys are the secret power to Tehillim. You guys are why Tehillim is so powerful. It's your neshama behind Tehillim. So before we say our Tehillim, we think to ourselves, it's me. I'm saying Tehillim, and Hashem loves when I, Yossi, when I, Yitzchak, when I, Sarah, when I, Levi, when I, Yonatan, when I say Tehillim. That is what makes it so powerful. And if we want to have an even more special, even more impactful Tehillim, we say it with a very secret kavanah. I'm going to share it with you guys. And you guys can tell whoever you want, because it's one of those secrets that the more people who know, the better. When we daven, really when we do any mitzvah, if you want to do a mitzvah the best way possible, if you want to do a mitzvah the way Avram Avinu did mitzvahs, if you want to do a mitzvah the way Yitzchak Avinu, the way David Hamelch, the way all of them have done mitzvahs, I'm going to tell you the secret to doing mitzvahs the way the greatest Avos and Gedolim have done mitzvahs. You guys ready? You do it besimcha. You do it with a big smile on your face. You do it with a big, big smile on your face, knowing how much Hashem loves you, knowing how much Hashem is so happy that not just that Tehillim is being said, but that you're saying it. So put on a big smile, guys. Say your Tehillim. Say it all together and have in mind, Hashem is so happy, not just that someone's saying Tehillim, but that I am. And that makes me in turn so happy. So I'm going to put on a big smile and I'm going to say, world, whoever it is that's trying to hurt a Yid, whoever it is that's trying to go against a Yid, whoever it is, know that I'm still smiling because I have my Tehillim and I have Hashem who's inviting me to say my Tehillim to him. Guys, get out there, say your Tehillim. Thank you so much for having me. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for all of us to be in Eretz Yisrael together so that we can all say our Tehillim, so we can all sing Shira Shvacha to Hashem. Have a great Shabbos, guys, and get out there and say your Tehillim. Have you say it. That secret power of Simcha and you.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. I think that was like the best Tehillim pep talk I ever had. What do you guys think? Do you feel super pumped to say Tehillim right now? Yes, motivational to Tehillim. That's amazing. Thank you, R Yossi. And if you want to stay on with your friend Yonatan to say Tehillim with us, it would be our schos. Okay, so I want to tell you two things. Number one is that I have a very special friend over here that is going to lead Perek Kuf Chaf Aleph, but we always first showcase the Tehillims of the night. So if you have a Tehillim with you, hold up your Tehillim proudly. And while you're getting out your Tehillim and holding it up, and I'm looking through all of the beautiful Tehillims that I can see from here, which I already see coming onto the screen, I want to tell you something very special. I got a call from somebody today. He said, my daughter, her name is Tali, and Tali's 5 years old, and she came over to her mommy, and she said, Mommy, if you see me crying today, it's because I'm crying for the Chayalim. And her mommy said, how do you know that? And she said, from the Tehillim. She knows it from here. So all of you, it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or you're 15 or you're 500. What? However old you are, your Tehillim is so precious and so special. And like Rav Yossi just said, we know it's our Tehillim. Hashem wants all of our Tehillim collectively, but he wants my Tehillim, and he wants your Tehillim, and he wants your Tehillim, and he wants the Reuben's Tehillim, and he wants the Sprung's Tehillim. And he wants, let's see, he wants all of them. He wants the Miller's Tehillim. Let's see the Millers. Beautiful. And he wants, wow, such beautiful children. Oh my gosh. And the Steinigers. What is that? Ahuva's Tehillim? I have to unmute this child because this is very interesting. Let me see. I don't know how to unmute you if you're on, what's it called? Let's see if I could figure this out. Oh, let's see. What's your name?
Ahuva.
Ahuva, what is that on your Tehillim?
I covered a picture on it, so my mother and my mother kept it on.
It's so beautiful. Did you do that special for the Tehillim that we say at night? Wow, she made a cover for a Tehillim. You know, I bet that's going to be a new style now because I'm noticing some trends on this call. Every time something cool happens, other kids copy. Like one person brings a ukulele when we do music, and then suddenly everybody has instruments, you know? So I bet more people will make Tehillim covers. Let's do one more, the Sternbach family. Let's see your Tehillims. Beautiful. Oh, look at those smiles. Okay. With that same simcha, let's kick off our Tehillim with our friend Meir Rappaport. Let's see. And open up to Perek Kuf Chaf Aleph. Okay, Meir, are you there?
My cousin is Meir.
Wrong Rappaport. So maybe tell your cousin that we're trying to unmute them.
I think you unmuted me instead of my son. He's at home.
So do you know what his Zoom name is? Is it Meir?
Oh, could we check Bracha? I think it's Bracha.
Okay. Bracha's Galaxy or just Bracha?
Bracha Rappaport.
I think it's Bracha. Okay, one second. Someone's saying it's Bracha. Let's see. Okay, we got to meet the whole extended Rappaport family tonight. Look you have an entire cheering squad for you, Meir. Unmute yourself one more time so that we got you. Okay, now don't touch. Now don't touch. It's working. Okay, let's open up to Perek Kuf Chaf Aleph. And you're going to start with one line at a time. We're going to do Aleph. Anyone who's been here before knows how this works. Meir will say Pasuk Aleph. And then I will repeat Pasuk Aleph along with everyone else. We could see you, Meir. Don't worry, okay? We see you perfectly. Okay, you begin with Shir Lamalos.
Shir Lamalos, Esai Einai El Harim, Mayan Yavo Yezri.
Shir Lamalos, Asa Enai El Haharim, Me'ayin Yavo Azri.
Ezri Mayim Adonai, Isa Shemayim Va'aretz.
Azri Me'im Adonai Osei Shamayim Ba'aretz.
Al Yitin Amod Raglacha, Al Yinum Shamracha.
Al Yitin Lamot Raglacha, Al Yanom Shomracha.
Lo Yanum Veloyi, Hine Lo Yanum Veloyi Shan Shemer Yisrael.
Hine Lo Yanom Velo Yishan Shomer Yisrael.
Adonai Shamracha, Adonai Tzilcha, Al Yad Yiminecha.
Adonai Shomracha, Adonai Tzilcha, Al Yad Yaminacha.
Yomam Hashemesh Lo Yakeka, V'yareach Balayla.
Yomam Hashemesh Lo Yakeka Ve'yareach Balayla.
Hashem Yishmarcha, Adonai Yishmarcha Mikol Ra, Yishmar Nafshecha.
Adonai Yishmarcha Mikol Ra, Yishmar Es Nafshacha.
Adonai Yishmar Tzeitzcha Uvaecha, Me'atav Yad Olam.
Adonai Yishmar Tizcha Uvoecha Me'ata
I was
Ve'ad
smiling.
Olam. Meir, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for leading us. How old are you?
7.
7 years old. Well, thank you so much. And what's your sister's name?
She's my sister, and her name is Reva. She's my cousin that you probably went on to. Ricky.
Okay, you guys are very confusing. You're very confusing. I don't know about these guys. They're very mixed up. All their cousins and their friends are very mixed up. Thank you so much, regardless of whoever you are. And have a good night. I'm gonna say the Misha Beirach, which we ask Hashem to watch over all of the Chayalim who are doing some dangerous missions, but we know deep in our hearts that Hashem is going to watch over them and protect them in whatever they do. So you can listen and say Amen afterwards. Misha Beirach Avosinu Abraham Yitzchak V'Yakov Hu Yivarech Es HaChayalim HaOmdim Al Mishmar Artzinu V'Ari Elohinu U'Veinehem Yitin Adonai Es Ayvinu HaKamim Alinu Negathim Lefnehem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yad Bar Son'inu Tachtehem V'Ya'atrim B'Kasar Yeshua U'V'Ataras Nitzachon V'Kuyam Bahem HaKasav Ki Adonai Elohichem HaHolech Imachem L'Yilachim Lachem Im Ayvichem L'Hoshia Eschem V'Nomar Amen. And I've been saying this tefillah every single day, but every time I say it, different words pop out at me. And the ending over there says, Ki Hashem Elokeichem HaHolech Imachem L'Hilachem Lachem. You understand what that means, kiddos? That means that Hashem, our Hashem, is going with you. We're giving a bracha to our soldiers that when you go onto the battlefield, Hashem is fighting for you. You might think you have some powerful weapons right there. And it is true that those weapons can hurt. But Hashem is fighting for you, no different than when Abraham picked up some sand in last week's Parsha and threw the sand at the 4 kings and the 5 kings. And remember what happened with that sand? Who knows what happens with that sand? Come on, I haven't been in school in too long, but you guys should know this. Anyone know? Oh, I have lots of hands shooting into the air. Wow, we have some real Parsha readers. Hi, you're on. It became into weapons, right? Abraham picked up the sand and it became into weapons. Beautiful. And when he did that, then he was able, and that's only because Hashem made that happen. So don't be fooled into thinking that all because our strollers have the best bulletproof vest and the best this and the best that. It's all Hashem and it's all our davening and our Torah learning. Okay, so I have something very special to share with all of you before we go. Special Thursday night Shabbos treat. Raise your hand if you want to see something special. Okay, so with permission, I'm sharing this. There's a very special boy. His name is Shlomo Chesner. And Shlomo is an incredible kid, as is all of you. And Shlomo shared with me a song that he composed in honor of all of the kids who are fighting for Eretz Yisrael together. So I'm going to share the song with you because I asked him permission first. And it's my favorite thing in the world when kids use their talents to inspire. And anybody who knows me or my podcast or, knows that that's true.
hearing the news. A terrible terrorist attack strikes on the Holy Land of Israel. I'm worried for every single Jew, so I decided to fight, but not with guns or bombs, not with knives or daggers, but only with tefillas and tigers. How I'm gonna fight. Hashem, please, this is my tefillas. It's what I beg of you, and bring Mashiach for each and every Jew, every single soldier. Please fight for Hashem, 'cause that's what he should do each and every day. But we have Hashem, so as long as we do what Hashem says, we'll be invincible. Oh, Israel, fight for freedom, 'cause that's what we need to do. Oh, Israel, I stand with you. Every Jew needs to fight in the way they can. Even if you're across the ocean, you can still fight by davening and learning. Try to do more mitzvahs each and every day. Now, if you're younger, you don't want to fight with weapons, this is how you fight.
Wow, everybody give a round of applause for our very own Shlomo. Woo! And we have Shlomo on here tonight. He is awesome. Shlomo, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Shlomo. Here he is. Shlomo, I'm so proud. You should be very proud of yourself. You just composed a beautiful song that you're able to share with almost 600 families while you're eating your dinner. Well, keep it up. Keep composing. Keep doing that and using your special talents that Hashem gave you.
My first song ever, so.
That was your first song ever? You want to share with our listeners some of the inspiration for that?
I mean, really the podcast about what you heard in your head inspired me.
Oh, what I heard in my head.
Yeah.
You're saying you listened to the InKredible Kids episode where I talked about what was in my head?
Yeah.
And then you decided to make something out of your head?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is the most beautiful feedback I ever got in my life. And I'm not just saying that. That is like really, really special. It makes me feel like all the things that I'm doing are for a good reason, because even if I could just inspire you, it's all worth it. Wow. That's so beautiful. You just made my night and my Shabbos. Okay. Thank you for coming on. I hope that I didn't embarrass you. You should be so proud of yourself. Okay. And everybody listening out there and watching, thank you so much for tuning in. And Mirza Hashem over Shabbos, we should hear better and better news for all of Klal Yisrael. And don't forget that saying Tehillim, doing mitzvahs, learning Torah never goes on vacation. So keep it up. You're doing amazing. And if you see any friends, tell them, do you know about the 6 o'clock at night Zoom? Because next week we have some surprises coming for you. We have, should I tell you? Okay, on one of the nights, we have Joey Newcomb coming. And on another night, we have, I'm not telling you yet. You're going to have to wait and see. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. I cannot wait to see all of you, plus more. Okay? And in case our Zoom gets filled, we also are streaming now on Yidflix. So if anybody can't get into the Zoom meeting, like if there's too much people, I'm warning you, you guys should tune in early next week, because as this grows, I hope you don't get locked out of the Zoom. So we're going to be streaming it as a video on Yidflix. That's another option of a place where you could access it, but nothing is as good as being part of the Zoom call. When you're part of the Zoom, we get to see each other and we get to interact. So this is really, really special. Okay, everybody, say good Shabbos. Bye.